TGIF, sa wakas ay umabot na rin tayo sa pinakaiintay nating araw buong linggo. And speaking of, kamusta naman po ang buong linggo ninyo? Let's end this week right with some good vibes. I'm Denise Tan.
Hello Denise Tan, ako po si Lord de Vera. Okay, nasa Netherlands ang ICC, ang presidente ng China ay si Xi. Gusto ni Manong Johnny o JPE, ikaw ay happy? Dahil ang edad niya ay for all eternity. Finland naman ang happiest country. Number 1, 2, 3, asawa ni Marie. Araw-gabi, walang pantanggal umay. Like this show so tight, this is called the Afternoon Delight.
As mentioned, it is Friday, March 21. At tagos na tagos mula sa control room ang tawanan ng mga tao sa 1, 2, 3. Ha? Okay, ang ating delight of the day, ang ultimate pampa-happy ay isaw. Ikaw ba mahilig sa isaw, partner?
Tingnan na natin, ha? Mahilig ba ako sa isaw? Ano hinahanap mo sa isaw?
Mas gusto ko yung isaw na baboy, pero ito na-enjoy ko when it's thicker. It's thicker, tas may konting char, konting sunog, kumbaga.
Alam mo bakit siya thick?
Mas malaki. Huwag mo ganoon, kumakain eh. Kamusta ang hatol mo?
Ano?
Masarap?
Hindi uling.
Hindi uling? Ba't gusto mo ba yung mauling?
Hindi naman.
Ako gusto ko yung may konting sunog na parts.
Ito, perfect sa hinahanap mo. Alam mo ba yung ibang ganito ay hinuhugasan pa talaga with soap?
Talaga?
Yeah. Okay na yun. Kasi hindi hinugasan.
Ay, dapat hugasan.
Oo.
I just wonder the soap. Kailangan ba yung soap part talaga?
Lalo na yung paborito mo.
Yung babo. Normal yon. Na hinuhugasan with soap. Okay,
Kasi
no,
naman,
kasi
diba?
I get it. Pero kasi ang bigla ko naisip nun is yung mga ibang, sa ibang bansa na nakikita natin, yung mga ibang meat nila, hinuhugasan pa daw sa water. Which is, sa ibang part naman ng mundo, hindi masyadong recommended because they said na baka mas may bacteria pa daw sa water.
Tama. So ito naman, hinuhugasan, sabon, with water, yun nga lang sa Pasig River.
Kumuntik tumalsik ang
Nga, parang may mantik na tumalsik sa ilong mo eh. Okay. Happy ba? Happy.
Happy.
Friday na eh.
Oo nga.
Salamat tayong lahat. Thank God it's Friday or...
Salamat, Jesus, at Biyernes ulit. Okay, sabay-sabay natin i-celebrate yan by talking about the stories we have on social media. Ito on Business World, Philippines is 4th happiest country in Southeast Asia according to the World Happiness Report. There's also a related article on CNN.com titled, "These are the world's happiest countries in 2025," and CNN is noting that after dropping out of the top 20 for the first time last year, the U.S. ranks number 24 in the latest World Happiness Report.
24 lang?
Oo.
Baduy. Wait. Teka, fourth place ang Pilipinas.
Sa Southeast Asia.
Southeast Asia.
Oo.
Okay, so mas lamang sa atin ang Thailand, Vietnam at Singapore. So pansin mo ba? Ito yung mga mayayamang mga bansa rin.
Oo. Alam mo, lagi natin pinag-uusapan yun, na paano ba rin-rank yan. Pero sabi dito parang may self-assessment. Oo. Ayan, top 20 of the happiest countries or world's 20 happiest countries. Pinapakita natin yung listahan. No? Of course, number 1 is Finland, ranking first for the 8th year in a row. Kasunod ng Denmark.
Ang top 4, yeah.
Oo. Denmark, Iceland, Sweden, Netherlands, ayan, Costa Rica, Norway. Parang biglang
Costa Rica.
Biglang Costa Rica, may layo eh. Ayan.
So, biriwan nyo yun ha, mga DDS, nasa number 5. Ang idol nyo. Nandyan ngayon sa 5th happiest country in the world. Wala daw, Pilipinas, nasa ng Pilipinas yan sa buong mundo?
Nasa number 57 ang Pilipinas.
57.
Bumaba nga, no? Kasi yung last year, 53rd ang Pilipinas out of 143 countries. Ngayong taon na to, 57th na daw.
Ayan. Pero honest kaya yung mga self-assessment na yan?
Depende.
Tingnan mo to Ito yung sa Asia to, no? East and Southeast Asian countries. Number 1, Taiwan. Tingnan mo ha. Pero mukhang nag-ingat sila, naglagay pa ng China. Taiwan, China. Samantala may China dito, way, way down there. Pang ilan ba siya? Oh. So, pang 8. Okay, sa bagay. Kung ang presidente mo ay yung tipong ayaw tawagin na kamukha niya si Winnie the Pooh, problema talaga yon. Dapat ang kaligayahan.
Hindi pwedeng matawa ang mga tao doon, ang mga citizens. Oo.
Happiness also is to be able to say, ang presidente mo ay kamukha ni Winnie the Pooh. Alam mo, problema doon, bakit cute naman si Winnie the Pooh, di ba? Wala problema. Problema lang, walang salawal si Winnie the Pooh. Kaya siguro tumututol yung...
Hindi naman din kasi kaaya-aya yun kung ma-relate siya ng mga tao doon sa imaheng yun. Hindi kumpleto ang ensemble.
Yung sa kanino, Megatron, kunyari, kamukha niya. Okay, ni kamukha ni Winnie the Pooh, cute. At least, diba?
Oo.
Or si Tigger, kamukha naman ni Obama. Or si, ano pangalan? Eeyore? Si Eeyore naman, kamukha daw ni Shinzo Abe. Si Tigger, Obama. Tingnan mo. Oo, kamukha ni Obama si Tigger. Anyway, so, pero ang kagandahan yan, lamang tayo sa South Korea. Bakit tayo mas masaya sa kanila?
Bakit nga?
Kasi ang mga programa nila, title, Queen of Tears, mga ganyan.
Puro mga revenge plots.
Ano pa ba?
Oo.
Train to Busan.
Na may zombie, ano?
Zombie, mga
naman.
ganyan. Ano yung uso ngayon?
Can you imagine kung meron tayong Train to Busan version sa Pilipinas?
Hindi na kailangan ng zombie para maging horror story. Mga ganyan. Simple pagsakay mo lang horror story.
Grabe naman siya.
Sige, ay dare you. Sakay ka ngayon ng tren, ganyan suot mo.
Ayoko.
Wala kang dala cellphone. Yan, ano pa? Mongolia, kita mo. Magkasunod lang sila ng China. Anong meron sa Mongolia? Anong meron sa Ulaanbaatar, yung capital nila?
Alamin natin.
Pero Indonesia.
Mas mataas tayo sa Indonesia, Hong
Pero wow,
Kong.
Hong Kong.
Oo nga.
So, hindi ito usapin lamang ng yaman ng bansa. Kasi dapat mas mataas ang Hong Kong dyan. Thailand, bakit sila masaya?
Bakit nga ba? Di
May
ba they're
mga
happy daw talaga doon?
Kasi may mga bagay na legal sa Thailand. Ano-ano yung mga yan?
Same-sex marriage. Pwede na, di ba?
Hindi ko naisip yan.
Oo.
Iba naisip ko. Ano pa?
Pero yun, pwede yun. Certain recreational
Activities?
medicines and activities.
Medicines?
Yes. Wala na sabi. Organic Masyado tayo nasasanay dito. Comeback. Okay.
Oo. Teka, hindi pa ako tapos. Thailand, ayan. So, pang ilan ulit yung Netherlands?
Netherlands is 5th.
5th, di ba?
Oo.
Ano ang legal sa Netherlands?
Yun din, mga organic.
Ang ironic, di ba? Ironic, yung presidente nagsasabing, I hate drugs. Ngayon ay nasa bansang tinotolerate
Legal.
ang mga ganyan, except for hard drugs, of course. Pero ang point dyan, gusto ni Manong Johnny, happy raw tayo.
Happy. Sana happy tayong lahat,
At dito, alam mo ba, si Manong Johnny from Cagayan, dito siya tumira sa lugar na to. Sa Malabon.
At yan po ang susunod nating storya on the Philippine Star. Malabon's attempt to set a new Guinness World Record for the longest line of bowls of noodles. Parang ang saya na to. This is happening right now. Maghahain ang LGU ng 6,000 bowls of the city's iconic Pansit Malabon at the Malabon Sports Complex. The current record was set by Jinishi Beef and Rice Noodles in China in 2019 where they lined up 3,988 bowls.
Hindi naman yata makatarungan yun. Manufacturer ng ano yun ng noodles talaga yun Ito, kumbaga, proyekto to, initiative to ng local government. Parang ganun lumalabas, At actually, may lusot dyan. Pwede lang sabihin parang, halimbawa, world's biggest plate of sisig. Sino pa ba ibang gumagawa naman sisig sa buong mundo, di ba? So may way around dyan. So pwede mong sabihin na world's largest line of Pansit Malabon. Pag gano'n, may sariling kategorya.
Oo. Pero grabe, 6,000 bowls, Parang gusto ko rin makita rin to. At gusto ko malaman kung sino-sino ang makakakuha ng
Kakain
bowls
yan.
ng food. Oo.
Maraming nagugutom ngayon.
Oo nga
Alam niyo ba yun? So, ito lang technique dyan. Siguro dapat pagkatapos ma-record or ma-verify ng Guinness representative, kainin na dapat yan kasi madaling ma-spoil lang.
Yun na nga eh. Sana may immediate plan after setting a record. Okay.
Pero sa amin malapit na pansit Malabunan.
Ano yun?
Mayabang sila. Kasi pag humingi ka ng kalamansi, sasabihin nila, Sir, hindi na po kailangan may kalamansi na. Na meron nga.
Hindi ako masyadong aral sa sa mga pansit yung Malabon. So I don't know.
Talaga. Pero kumakain ka.
Kumakain ako pero I don't really know kung ano yung definition ng masarap na pansit Malabon.
May iba, depende doon sa amount, let's say, parang yung broth ng shrimp head or seafood.
Na hinahal.
Minsan may funk, minsan may ang ganda ng pagkakaluto, garlicky na yung seafood, yung tone niya. Pero yung gusto ko pinupuntahan ko, ay yung may sorpresa sa mga agat kami sa merong malutong na chicharon bulaklak.
Ay, ang
Nagtatago.
sarap!
Or bituka nga ata yun eh. Pero basang sarap niya.
Ang sarap naman nun.
Nagpapa-extra ako lagi. At ginagawa ko pa, kung gusto kong babuhayin talaga sarili ko, bibili ako ng chicharon, dudurugin ko, tapos ibubuhos ko sa doon sa chicharon. And I thank you.
Yan. Pwede natin gawin this weekend yan. Okay, ito naman. Mula naman sa X account ni News 5 correspondent Mon Gualvez, DOTR Secretary Vince Dizon demands NLEX to waive toll fees in affected areas of the expressway after damage to the Marilao Interchange Bridge. Ang sabi ng mga motorista, 1.5 oras o higit daw silang natatraffic sa parating yan ng NLEX. So before we talk about this, here's a report first on what happened at NLEX earlier this week.
Heavy traffic is expected along parts of the North Luzon Expressway after a truck crashed into the Marilao Interchange Bridge. According to NLEX management, the girder or the support beam under the bridge sustained severe damage. As a result, only Class 1 vehicles or light vehicles are allowed to pass over it for now. A temporary support structure has been installed at the Marilao Interchange Bridge, but repairs are expected to take 2 to 3 weeks.
Yun po yung sinisiguro po namin. I mean, yun po yung sa coordination with our contractor na hindi dapat talaga umabot po ng Holy Week. So, actually, yung 2 to 3 weeks, may konting leeway na po yun. So, we're hoping na dapat matapos nila talaga between 2 to 3 weeks.
Authorities advise motorists to take alternate routes. For motorists heading north, you may exit at Karuhatan, Paso de Blas or May Kawayan, then take MacArthur Highway before re-entering NLEX via Ciudad de Victoria or the Bukawe Interchange. For those heading to Manila, you may exit at Bukawe Interchange or Ciudad de Victoria, take MacArthur Highway, and re-enter NLEX via May Kawayan southbound. The truck driver responsible for damaging the bridge has been charged with reckless imprudence, resulting in damage to property. For News 5, Gerard de la Peña, we are One News.
Problema, partner. Kapag hinahayaan natin, sorry pasintabi, pero pangalawang beses na to in a span of how many weeks ba? Yung mga, di ba yung mga lisensya ng mga ganyan, ano? Mahalaga na ini-enforce, lalo na pag yung mga ganitong mga sasakyan, yung mga dinadala nila. Pasintabi po, pero walang galang na po, ano? Pero may mga nagda-drive kasi ng mga ganyan na talagang, alam mo yung natuto lang na mag-atras abante. Tapos biglang pinadrive na. Ngayon, kung ang dala mong sasakyan ay mga nasa 3 tonelada, sabihin natin ko, 3 tonelada ng bakal na humaharurot halimbawa sa isang highway at ang nagda-drive sa kanya may IQ lamang na, ano yung pinakamababang IQ ngayon?
Basta yung mga
45.
hindi masyadong conscious and hindi masyadong maganda ang decision-making skills.
Di ba, minsan may mga sign yan na parang so and so meters, parang blank number of tons only.
Yes.
Minsan hindi nila naiintindihan yun eh. Yung mga mismong nagda-drive ng ganyan. Kaya yan, dumaan. Bang! Kita mo ngayon. Yung sa Pangasin, saan nga ba yun? Isabela, di ba? Alala mo yun? Dinaan, pabigat daw kasi ng pabigat yung mga trucks ngayon at palaki ng palaki. Kaya sa lahat po na may balak magbakasyon sa norte, hindi lang pasensya ang baunin nila. Ano rin siguro, soda crackers, Ano pa ba? Sa Pansit Malabon. Maraming alak. Maraming
Grabe.
alak.
Ayan, no, pinapakita natin yung build-up nung traffic. But also maybe it's an opportunity also, Lord, to revisit kahit yung training ng mga drivers, yung mga kung paano nila mado-double check kung pwede ba sila in certain areas para hindi nadadamay yung ibang tao, ano?
Kasi kung hindi yan, ang dami-dami na natin balita, di ba sa Katipunan may hindi raw kumagat yung mga preno nila. Paano hindi kakagat yung preno niya? Ang bilis-bilis yung magpatakbo. For all you know, susunod mabibiktima dyan, isa sa atin eh, di ba? So yan ang mahirap dyan. In theory, lethal weapon yung mga dala nila.
Oo, grabe yung... Kasi sabihin mo na yung truck mo ay 3 tonelada with a speed, sabihin natin you're driving 100 kilometers per hour, hindi lang naman 3 tonelada ang pwedeng pumalo, let's say sa pader or somewhere.
Ang daming permutations.
Mas mabigat yun.
Correct.
Diba?
Tapos makikita mo iba, kung pumreno, alam mo yung last minute magpupreno, parang... Tapos pag nakita mo, pag bumaba, alam mo yung parang mga natutokhang sa... Unity na lang.
Oo. Pero paalala lang po, ingat po tayo when we're on the road. It's not just for our safety, but the safety of the general public, of
Kaya
others.
wag rin magtipid sana yung mga may-ari ng trucks. No? Talagang gastusan sa training at yung tamang mga piloto talaga. So ang ganito mga sasakyan.
At saka tamang check-up na rin benefit of the doubt. Baka naman yung hindi laging na-check din yung mga makina, yung kotse, yung
Titipid.
sasakyan.
Siyempre, karamihan sa mga angkat natin mga trucks ay mga ano na eh. Diba? Third hand, second hand. At yun.
Okay, now we move on to entertainment. Disney has chosen actress and singer Maymay Entrata to sing the Filipino version of the theme for Snow White live action. The story from News 5 correspondent MJ Marfori.
Disney.
As a Disney princess si Maymay Entrata na in her best Snow White look ay kinanta ang Nasaan ang Hiling. Siya ang napiling umawit ng Filipino version ng kantang yan para sa live-action movie remake ng Snow White, starring Rachel Zegler as the title role at Gal Gadot bilang ang evil queen.
Excited ko magiging prinsesa pa ako. Kaya sobrang natuwa ako at sobrang na-excite din ako na magawa yun. At saka talagang pure gratitude yung naramdaman ko nung panahon na yun. Mixed emotions.
First time itong kinanta ng live ni Maymay sa Cebu at sumunod ay sa Davao.
Nakatulong tong project na ito na mas maging vulnerable pa ako. Tsaka mas na-refine yung storytelling ko sa musika. At yun, natutuwa lang ako kasi kahit pa paano na-apply ko yung acting skills ko dito sa genre na ito.
Pinapatunayan na Snow White live action na mas mahalaga ang pagiging pure at good within you. Kaya naman happy si Maymay na sa paborito niyang Disney princess pa siya natapat. Namayagpag si Maymay sa pagmumodel sa Paris at ngayon ang passion naman talaga niya ay music. Nag-aral pa nga siya sa isang top school sa Pilipinas para mas maging malupit ang kanyang performances on stage.
Since I started po dito sa industry, I've been exploring and learning different kind of fields. And then when I found yung passion na gusto ko talaga, which is yung music, I've been also trying different kind of genres, styles. Kaya hindi na po siya bago sa akin. Kasi hanggang ngayon, I'm still willing to learn and to explore po. Yan.
Okay.
Tapos nagkataon lang din na first time ko gawin yung ganitong genre.
Napapakinggan ang Nasaan ang Hiling sa lahat ng streaming platforms at showing na rin ang Snow White sa mga sinihan.
Yan. Gustong-gusto ko yung kanta dyan eh. Maraming versions pero the best pa rin ang title niyan of all time. Someday My Prince Will Come.
Okay.
Okay, speaking of Prince, binabati ko yung kaibigan ko na si Julius Cayabyab. Siya ay profesor dyan po sa Pangasinan. At nanonood siya kahapon, sabi niya, manunod ulit ako, ngarod.
Bakit Prince though? Prince Charming ba ang dati?
Hindi, wala kinalaman.
Okay.
Para hindi mo lang masabi na dirty segue siya. At totoo may kantang yun ang title, ha? Parang hi-ho, skin lagot kayo. Di ba ano yun? Yun yung mga dwarves yun eh.
Oo nga. Oo.
May napunod akong Snow White na
Ano?
ibang version siya. Iba yung ginagawa nila droopy at...
Pwede pang TV yun?
sa TV mo mapapanood. Pero ang tanong dyan ay kung for general consumption siya. Hindi ako sigurado. Si Julius Kiyabyab, congratulations. May bago siyang baby boy.
Ay, congratulations!
At ngayon ko lang nalaman, meron palang paternity leave.
Meron na talaga, di ba?
Alam ko maternity leave.
Pero hindi ako sure, mas mahaba ba yung sa babae? Mas mahaba yung maternity leave ang alam ko. 2 months? Or 2.5 months?
Oo.
Ngayon, 3 to 4 na?
Julius Kiyabyab, Prof, congratulations sa'yo.
Congratulations!
Sino pa mga
Okay,
nanonood sa atin?
si Hey Epic, of course, nanonood sa atin. Mababati na magandang hapon. Si Good Vibes. Favorite yan. May joke siya. Favorite yan ni Isaw Calzado. Marian Ladjo, of course, from Burbank, California, nanonood sa atin. Ay, may nagtanong dito. Sabi niya, Sir Lord, Ma'am Denise, yung afternoon delight food niyo po ba, inuubos ninyo? Pansin ko po kasi parang dehins. Sayang po yung food, di ba nga, ang daming nagugutom. So sana po pakiubos yung mga hinahanda sa inyo. Huwag po kayo mag-alala, kahit po hindi namin nauubos on cam, madami pong tirador dito sa aming studio.
Ganito po yan. Sino yung nag-comment?
Si Pepot.
Pepot?
Oo.
Pepot, pag inubos ba namin to, maiibsan ang gutom ng mga bata sa Rwanda o sa Ethiopia. Anong sagot dyan? Hindi ko rin alam. Pero pwede natin padala sa kanila. Hindi, nauubos yan.
Oo.
Ano? Kami pa.
Hindi, tsaka,
Siya pa.
ay grabe naman, talagang pagdiin.
Oo.
Pero si Kuya Rodel daw, ang number 1 tirador, sabi ni Direk.
Oo. Pag hindi kami, gagawin lang namin, kunyari, lilingon lang kami doon. Denise, ang ganda ng building,
Oo.
ano? Tapos hayaan namin na kunin na to ng mga...
Minsan pag nagko-commercial, akala nyo kinakain namin, may pumapasok dito at sumusundot.
Opo.
Oo.
At ito na po yung bayad sa kanila. According to our labor laws. Hindi po. Alam mo, ito lang hindi mauubos ang pagkain lang na hindi mauubos dito, at least sa side na to, ay yung pinya. Pizza na may pinya. Yan po, sinisigurado ko po sa inyo. At ako na magbabayad kahit sabi na maraming batang nagugutom sa mundo, pero yung makita nyo lang yung pinya na lumilipad doon mula sa 10th floor, time out muna, marami pa kaming kwento sa inyo. Hanggang 3:00 pa kasi tayo magbabalik ang Afternoon Delight.
This is AP News Minute. The man in charge of President Donald Trump's border policy says ICE agents have made about 40,000 immigration-related arrests since the start of the administration. Tom Homan spoke at a panel discussion in Florida with Governor Ron DeSantis. As Israeli strikes continue across the Gaza Strip overnight into Thursday, hundreds of Israelis gathered outside Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's residence in Jerusalem to protest his handling of the hostage crisis. Police used a water cannon to disperse the crowd. Kirsty Coventry has been elected International Olympic Committee president. She is the first woman and the first African to get perhaps the biggest job in global sports ahead of the 2028 Summer Games in Los Angeles. And for an 8th year in a row, Finland has been named the happiest country in the world, according to the World Happiness Report 2025, published Thursday.
Alright, magandang hapon po muli. This is Afternoon Delight on One News. Ako po si Lourdes Vera, kasama po si Ms. Denise Tan.
Now, in the news, Senator Amy Marcos grilled some cabinet members about former President Duterte's arrest on March 11. Senator Marcos questioned whether Duterte's capture was premeditated during the upper chamber's hearing yesterday. Justice Secretary Boying Remulla, Interior Secretary John Vic Remulla, and National Security Advisor Eduardo Año denied any prior coordination with the International Criminal Court. The DILG Secretary also said that they only talked about the warrant when it was still unconfirmed. The senator has yet to decide if another hearing is necessary.
That there was no mastermind. We were discussing mainly about what the president's statements were in Hong Kong, and it was based all on that statement, ma'am.
Vice President Sara Duterte believes that her father may never return to the Philippines after what she calls an orchestrated campaign to silence the opposition. And here is the report.
Vice President Sara Duterte attended the Senate hearing on the arrest of former President Rodrigo Duterte via video conference on Thursday. The probe was led by presidential sister and Senate panel chairperson Amy Marcos. During the hearing, VP Sara maintained that her father's arrest was politically motivated and constituted extraordinary retention, as there was no valid warrant from a Philippine court.
For an arrest to be lawful, it must be carried out pursuant to a warrant issued by a Filipino judge of a Philippine court. Nasaan po ang warrant of arrest na inisyu ng hukuman ng Pilipinas? Wala. Without a valid warrant from a Philippine court, this was at best a warrantless arrest. Even by ICC standards, the former president should have been brought before a Philippine judge to determine the validity of his arrest before he was handed over to a foreign court.
She also accused the administration of President Bongbong Marcos of using government resources and the International Criminal Court to, quote, demolish the opposition.
Alam naman natin lahat at alam nila na mali ang ginawa nila. Ginawa nila yon just to demolish political opponents. This is all about politics. The administration is using government resources, the ICC, to demolish the opposition.
Shortly after the hearing, the vice president held a press briefing. She acknowledged the possibility that her father may no longer be able to return to the country following his arrest.
Sa totoo lang, wala talaga akong nararamdaman. Hindi ako galit, hindi ako disappointed. Nothing at all. Kasi pointless naman na mag-harbor ako ng feelings about what happened. Hindi na siya maibabalik. Hindi na mababalik si Pangulong Duterte sa Pilipinas. So what we should do as a country is move on from what happened.
She also addressed questions about a possible traitor within her father's circle.
Hindi ko matawag siguro na traitor, pero sigurado ako sa dami ng tao doon sa loob ng kwarto na yon ay meron talagang nagsasabi kung ano ang pinag-uusapan doon sa loob. Kung kanino nila sinasabi, hindi ko alam.
Meanwhile, VP Sara thanks Senator Amy Marcos for leading the inquiry. She added that she may return home in April after assembling her father's defense team.
All right, and moving on, the House Strike Committee continues its probe on online disinformation. And for the latest, we have mobile journalist Merimon Reyes. Merimon, Yung mga pinatawag ba dyan sa hearing, parang nagsisimula na magsisi kung bakit umattend pa sila?
Yes, magandang hapon, Lord and Denise. So far, out of the 18 na SOCMED personalities na supposedly inimbitahan para sa pagdinig ngayon, 8 lang ang pumunta dito, and out of this 8, 6 yung binigyan o hinaina ng subpoena ng House Tri Committee para nga dahil hindi sila sumisipot sa mga lumipas na pagdinig, at ang justification nila dito ay dahil naghihintay daw sila ng guidance ng Supreme Court doon sa inihain nila last February 4 na petition for certiorari and prohibition. Pero since hindi nagkaroon ng TRO dito, dumalo na dito ngayon at humarap na etong sina Elizabeth Joy Cruz, Dr. Edel Pineda Garcia, si Crisette Laureta Chu, Mark Anthony Lopez, kasama sina MJ Kiambao, Dr. Richard Mata, Mark Louis Gamboa, at dating Presidential Communications Office Secretary Attorney Trixie Cruz Angeles. Maalala nga na nagbabala ang House panel na binubuo ng Committee on Public Order and Safety, Information and Communications Technology at Public Information na posibleng makaharap sa contempt at detention ang mga personalidad na hindi muli sisipot sa pagdinig ngayong araw. Pero sisadya na rin naman itong mga ito. Nandito rin sina CIDG Chief Police Major General Nicolas Torre, PCG spokesperson for the West Philippine Sea, Commodore J. Tariel, at COMELEC spokesperson, Attorney Rex Laudianco, and even si Press Officer Yuse Claire Castro, na nagsisilbi rin silang resource person sa usapin ng regulatory at enforcement measures laban sa disinformation. And so far, yung ilan sa mga napag-usapan na kanina, mayroon daw circulating na fake news na sinasabi ang bansang China ay sinasakop na ang Luzon Islands pati ang Palawan. At first time daw ito rin na nakita nung na-bring up kanina, sabi ni Commodore J. Tariela. At isa na naman daw itong naratibo na dapat maituwid o malabanan, lalong-lalo na pagdating sa fake news. At kasabay nito, nakausap na rin kanina yung representative mula sa TikTok na si Miss Pichi Paderna, at sinabing meron din silang quality control measures na isinasagawa, pero willing silang makipag-cooperate doon sa mga sinasabing malicious content, misleading information online para raw ma-bring up nila ang mga ito at magawa ng aksyon, either to take it down or i-check nila yung explicitness ng nilalaman nito. Sa interpellation proper din kanina, kasama ito namang si Crisette Laureta Chu, isa sa pinaka nasilip dito ni na Zambales Representative Jefferson Konghun ay yung kanyang post sa social media noong March 13 tungkol sa mass resignation ng pulisya following yung pagkakaaresto nga ni dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte. Ang sinabi dito ni Chu, hindi raw fake news ito, at ginamit niya yung salitang, to be specific, yung daw, to echo yung general impression and not to phrase it as a news. Pero nagsasabi siya ng sorry kanina, hindi dahil doon sa post, kundi dahil hindi raw naintindihan yung konteksto ng kanyang post. Pero nasabi naman kanina ni CIDG Chief Police Major General Nicolas Torre, walang mass resignation, wala raw nag-file ng mass resignation sa pulisya. So ang nasabi dito ni Ms. Crisette, posibleng magpo-post na lang din daw siya to follow up na hindi nga totoo yung kanyang unang naging post. Kanina rin naman, ito namang si Mary Jean Kiambao, ang napag-usapan naman dito ay yung kanyang mga post na kiniklaim na hindi raw totoo itong mga EJK victims or yung toll ng deaths na around 30,000 to 40,000. And yun nga, nagkaroon kanina ng medyo heated na conversation sa pagitan ng panel tsaka itong mga resource persons. Pero kaulanan, nagsorry din itong si Miss Kiambao, at she's parang nire-rectify niya ngayon yung una niyang mga sinasabi o yung mga post niya. Sinabi niya kasing massive hoax, quote-unquote, itong mga sinundan nito ni Representative Joseph Stephen Paduano na kinonfirm ng Commission on Human Rights yung tally ng EJK, at hindi ito binibilang yung before or after ng administrasyong Duterte. So yun yung so far yung ilan sa mga napag-uusapan kanina, at nagkaroon nga lang ng heated na conversation sa pagitan ng resource persons.
Nandyan si Commodore Tariela, no? Tinanong ba siya ng best friend niya na kongresista?
So far, hindi pa. Ang napag-usapan pa lang kanina na nakausap itong si Commodore Tariela ay yung tungkol nga doon sa umakalat namang fake news na sinasabi nga sinasakop din ng bansang China ang Palawan at saka ang Luzon Islands. At ang nasabi dito ni Commodore Tariela, isa na naman nga raw itong naratibo nga dapat labanan, and dapat na mapalakas na raw yung security measures and yung pag-regulate ng content online para masiguro na walang malilin lang o maloloko nito. Pero isang challenge dito kasi yung ilan sa mga nakita raw nila na nagsa-circulate na posts online tungkol dito nasa ibang lengguwahe. So another challenge to that is yung reaching yung community sa posibleng gumagawa nun o yung ibang nami-misread or nami-misinterpret yung nilalaman ng content na iyon.
Mm-hmm. Mary Mon, kanina no, may TikTok representative na they said they were willing to work with everyone para mas maging stricter yung mga lumabas sa social media. Pero maiba kong konti, ililihis ko lang ng konti. Ano. Bakit nadinig natin kanina nagkakaroon ng tanungan between the TikTok representative and I believe that was Congressman Paduano? Bakit umabot sa usapang pati pornografiya? Bakit may ganun?
Abante. Si Abante.
Congressman Abante pala yung kanina, oo.
Nagpakita nga rin si Congressman Abante ng sample ng videos na merong explicit content na sinasabi. Kasi ang napag-usapan dito, kung gaano nga ba yung kalayo yung extent or yung limit ng pag-filtering ng mga content online. Kasi ang nasabi dito ng representative from TikTok, meron silang digital mechanism na bago ra ma-upload online yung mga content supposedly ng mga content creators and finifilter ito. Pero base sa sinabi kanina ni Representative Abante, may mga nakakalagpas doon sa filtering system na yun, which includes explicit content such as pornography, even yung mga content kung saan marami raw ang nagmumura. So yun yung isa sa pinaka-ni-raise din doon na concern ng panel.
Nagmumura? Alala ko, for the past 6 years noon.
On live, ano?
Sa RTVM, may nagmumura. Oo, ngayon baka sa Netherlands may Okay, wait, Mary Mon, kanina narinig natin, parang yung hindi pa rin napigilan ng ibang mga congressman na mag-settle lang personal scores with some vloggers. Tama ba? Mary Mon?
Yes, kanina. Oo, kanina doon sa interpellation proper kasama itong si Crisette Laureta Chua, medyo nagkaroon nga sila ng initan din ni Zambales Representative Jefferson Conghun at nabanggit kanina later on nung lumipas yung kanilang interpellation proper, meron daw silang history na dalawa. At ang nasabi naman dito ng representative ng congressman, dahil meron din daw nilalabas na content o mga post patungkol sa parang paninira or maligning sa kanya. Kaya mukhang nag-transform yun doon sa naging interaction ng dalawa sa pagdating dito. At siguro kanina rin yung isang kongresista rin na si Representative Marcoleta, hinahanap niya rin yung iba pang mga kawani natin sa media na sana nga raw ay maimbitahan pa sa mga susunod na pagdinig.
Itanong
Ikaw,
ko,
nandiyan ka na, i-represent mo.
Hindi, sino nga yung kanina, refresh your memory, yung kongresista na nagtanong, ikaw ba may pinost sa akin? Ano bang sinabi mo tungkol sa akin? Hindi ko masyado makita kanina
Marami-rami kasi silang mga nagtanungan, pero tinanong ni Representative Abante rin itong sina Ms. Crisette Laureta Chu kung meron din ba silang naging content na, to be specific, patungkol naman sa kanya. So nagkaroon din doon ng heated na conversation. Sabi dito nila Ms. Laurette Chu, even nila Mary Jean Kiambao, wala raw silang pinututunguhan to be specific na mga kongresista. And yung mga pinopost daw nila online ay either general impression yon o yung sentiments na nakikita nila, pero they're not phasing it, or to be specific kay Ms. Chu, they're not phrasing it as news, kundi pag-i-echo lang daw ng general sentiment. Pero ang nasabi rin kanina nila Attorney Trixie Cruz Angeles at nila Dr. Richard Mata, lahat daw ng ginagawa nila online ay sakop daw ito ng kanilang freedom of speech and expression at ginagamit lamang daw nila yung platform para nga maibahagi yung kanilang mga sentimiento lalo na sa lokal na issue.
Oo, pero ika nga, sabi dati ni William Shakespeare, walang freedom of expression sa congressman na pikon. May tanong lang ako kasi, Mary Mon. Yung kanina, hindi napakita kung sino Habang nagtatanong yung isa congressman, sabi, is that your counsel? You're conferring with? Hindi po, nagpapapirma lang po sa akin.
Sino yung nadamay na yon?
Lumabas yung sipon ni Denise sa kanyang mata. Sa kakatawa kanina.
Ito yung habang nag-uusap nga ang panel, pati itong si Mary Jean Kiambao. Pero mukhang may pinapapirmahan ata ang isang staff ng House. Pero hindi na pinakita kasi to be specific kung ano nga ba pinapirmahan na yan. Pero ang nasabi naman pinatatabi niya raw yun dahil nga busy pa sila sa interpellation proper.
Natanong tuloy, ikaw ba, are you the counsel? Sabi.
Speaking of counsel, si Bebot Bello nandyan. Si Silvestre
nagsisilbing collaborative legal counsel itong si dating Secretary Silvestre Bello. Pero technically ang nire-represent niya raw ay si Crisette Laureta Chu. Pero para sa mga iba pang social media personalities na present dito sa pangatlong pagdinig, nagsisilbi rin daw siyang collaborative legal counsel para sa kanila.
Yun pala yung ibig sabihin nun. Alright, abangan natin yan at Mukhang marami masasayang eksena dyan. Unang mo lang ang ating mobile journal, Marymon Reyes. Represent!
All right, at this point, we take you to the TRICOM's ongoing hearing. Let's listen in for a bit.
Those that are not members. So may I know your opinion about the formation of a digital council of the Philippines?
Well, definitely, I believe that it's a good idea. If you don't mind, Mr. Chair, if I can say something. I was really listening. This is the first time that I'm here in this kind of forum, and I was really listening to the previous speakers. And if I may say so, I find that there's really a lot of silos, a lot of people wanting to do the same thing. And, the gentleman from the PCO said that there has to be collaboration with the justice system and the PCO. And then I heard another resource speaker from Davao, Mr. Mata, say something that there's a need to collaborate with the KBP. And the KBP is one of the founders of that Standards Council, of the regulating body, actually. So, yes, I believe that creating a digital council can really tide us through all of these silos.
Yes, thank you very much for your opinion. I would also like to reiterate that ideally this Digital Council of the Philippines will be apolitical, impartial, which is one of the fears expressed by one of our resource persons. And I believe that this is possible because I believe also that there is strength in unity. This body could also be likened to a guild among content creators that will provide legal assistance, legal protection, and also guidance to its members. That said, Mr. Chair, I would just like to sum up by saying that today has been a very big learning experience to us, and I would like to exhort, after having listened to Ms. Kiambao and Ms. Casieta Retachu, and their self-realization that, we cannot just publish or write something on social media, especially knowing that we have a big following, without verifying first the facts. We cannot spread rumors nor speculations that potentially have dire consequences. And we're talking about national security or the stability of a government. Unless, of course, that is the reason why some people, some bloggers actually practice this, which is to destabilize, which is also to mislead people, to shape public opinion, and put it at the service of political interests. Now, that for me would be a betrayal of, if you are a journalist, you're calling to uphold the truth. Because in a sense, we are manipulating other people, and simply, that cannot be tolerated for the good of our country. I believe that if you have the truth on your side, there is nothing to fear. And whether you're on the side of the government or on the opposition, of course, I have always believed, and it is freely practiced during this administration, your voices now are being allowed and heard under the Marcos administration. Take a look back during the previous administration. Could you hear critical voices? Could you hear voices of dissent? The ones who were brave enough to express their voices of dissent were imprisoned 7 years without a firm conviction, without due process. So, having these democratic freedoms guaranteed by the present administration, maybe it is also an invitation, a calling that lubos-lubosin na natin ang pagiging demokratiko. Lubos-lubosin na rin natin ang pagiging makatotohanan. If you are to criticize this government, please do it with facts on your hands. Hindi lang yung speculations, hindi lang yung rumors. Kasi that's being unfair, Mr. Chair. So with that, I submit to the committee also my proposal once more about the creation of the Digital Council of the Philippines. I sent a briefer to Secretary Ruiz, and this afternoon actually I'll be joining you at the CICP to encourage the stakeholders to take the initiative and form a digital council of the Philippines, and then we can work on the rules. But one thing I can guarantee, as a journalist myself, I understand where you're coming from, and I do respect that constitutional right to freedom of expression. But as a lawmaker, I'm fully aware that the state has a duty to regulate the exercise of this.
Alright, yan yung ongoing na House Committee on online disinformation, at ang ilang mga resource persons ay mga kilalang mga vloggers at may ilan din po, mga official po ng ilang mga social media platforms like TikTok.
Yes.
At ang huling nagsasalita kanina ay si Bataan Representative Geraldine Roman.
Okay.
Alright, meantime,
Meantime, here is a quick rundown of some stories on One News. Transport Group Manibela has begun its strike. Manibela Chairman Marval Buena said they started early to show the impact of their mass action ahead of Monday's main protest. Manibela earlier said the strike is to condemn the alleged inaccurate consolidation numbers of the LTFRB for the PUV modernization program. President Bongbong Marcos has appointed Henry Roel Aguda as the new Secretary of the Department of Information and Communications Technology. Aguda, a former CEO of Union Digital Bank, replaces Ivan John Uy, who resigned earlier this month. Aguda previously held executive roles at City Savings Bank, Globe Telecom, and GSIS. The Court of Appeals of Timor-Leste has rejected the Philippine government's extradition request for expelled lawmaker Arnie Teves. It cited witness recantations and allegations of coercion. The palace said the Justice Department will appeal Timor-Leste's decision. A couple of weather systems will dampen most parts of the country today. The shear line will bring scattered rains to the Visayas, Albay, Sorsogon, Catanduanes, Masbate, and Dinagat Islands. Rains are also expected over Palawan and parts of Mindanao due to the easterlies. The northeast monsoon, on the other hand, will bring light rains to Metro Manila and the rest of Luzon. These weather systems will continue to bring rains to parts of the country this weekend. The Energy Department projects oil prices to go up next week. Diesel prices are expected to increase by up to 50 centavos per liter, gasoline by up to a peso, and kerosene by up to 30 centavos. DOE attributes the potential hike to several factors, including Israel's expansion of ground operations across Gaza. And U.S. President Donald Trump has signed an executive order Thursday to effectively dismantle the Federal Department of Education. Trump cited poor test scores and wasted federal funds as justification. Full abolition requires congressional approval. The Democrats have warned that the plan could gut public education.
alright, COMELEC is condemning the viral video of alleged vote buying by two candidates in Negros Oriental. And News 5 correspondent Mon Gualvez has the details.
Sa pool sa video, ang literal na pagpapaagaw na yan ng tigli 500 piso. Di magkamayo ang mga nakakuha ng pera. Kuha ito sa barangay Hiligaon sa bayan ng Siato, Negros Oriental noong Lunes, March 17. Ang ilan, pumanik pa nga na entablado, makaagaw lang ng kwarta. Sabi ng nagpost ng video, katatapos lang daw na isang okasyon kaugnay ng piyesta sa lugar nang mamigay ng pera ang ilang politiko't kandidato roon para sa darating na Bilang Pilipino 2025. Tanong tuloy na nagpost ng video, halimbawa ito ng vote buying. Sabi ng COMELEC, nakarating na sa kanilang viral video. Pero kahit kinukundena nila ito, tali naman ang kamay nila dahil sa March 28 pang simula ng kampanya para sa local elections.
Dahil nga sa desisyon ng Korte Suprema sa Piñera versus COMELEC at yung mismong provision ng Republic Act 9369, yung Automation Law, Section 14, sa kasalukuyan, wala pa po kaming maipafile na kaso sa kanya, at least bilang COMELEC, bilang paglabag sa election law.
Bagamat nauna nang sinabi ng COMELEC na walang premature campaigning sa isang automated elections, hinihikayat pa rin nila ang sino mang nais magreklamo oras may makitang tila gumagawa nito. Umaasa kasi ang COMELEC na sakaling mapag-usapan sa korte ang mga ganitong issue, posibleng maamyendahan ang batas. Kabilang ang pagturing kaagad sa isang tumatakbo na kandidato, oras na maghain pa lamang ng kandidatura at mapanagot ulit ang lalabag sa premature campaigning.
It's not just changing the jurisprudence of the Supreme Court, but as is the power of the COMELEC, we can recommend the amendment of election laws.
Sinubukan ng News 5 na kunin ang panig ng isa sa nasabing kandidato pero tumanggi magbigay ng komento. Babala naman ng COMELEC sa mga kandidato, oras na magsimula ang kampanya sa susunod na linggo, pwedeng maghain ng reklamo ang poll body kahit walang complainant oras na may makita silang anumang insidente ng vote buying. Kasabay nito, hinihimok ng COMELEC ang lahat ng mga rehistradong botante abroad na mag-enroll na ng kanilang account para sa kauna-unahang internet voting na gagawin ngayong bilang Pilipino 2025. Simula kasi kahapon, bukas na ang enrollment para sa halos 1.3 milyong overseas Filipino voters. Mas pinadali rin daw ng COMELEC ang requirements. Kahit kasi mga nag-expire na passport at seaman's book, papayagan na bilang proof of identity. Muli rin siniguro ng poll body na walang dapat ipangamba pagdating sa security ng gagawing pagboto online.
Ito po'y dumaan na sa international certifying body na patunayan na yung hash ito ay hack-free at hindi ito mako-compromise ang integridad ng ating sistema.
Dahil dito, umaasa ang COMELEC na hindi bababa ang voters turnout kahit may panibagong kailangang gawin ng mga botanteng sasalang sa online voting.
This is Afternoon Delight on One News. We just need to pause for another break. We'll be right back. And we're back. You're still watching Afternoon Delight. Thanks for staying with us.
All right. The Quezon City local government provides an update on its calorie count ordinance at the Healthy City Summit in Paris. And One News editor Jovi Francisco reports.
The summit's host city showed delegates how Paris, France is working on making their communities healthier and safer. Paris has become even more walkable with pollution detectors monitoring the quality of air in the city. And the cleanup of the River Seine continues.
For me, it was an obsession, you know. I wanted to transform the city, and I am very committed with ecological policies. We need to accelerate the transformation about bicycle lines, mobility, about cleaning the river Seine. It was so important for us to adapt the city to the climate change.
The Healthy Cities Summit serves as an opportunity for the partnership's 74 member cities to share the developments in their programs that prevent non-communicable diseases and injuries. Team Quezon City of the Philippines gave updates about its calorie count ordinance. Phase 1 starts on December after the IRR was released last year.
Nakakatuwa kasi kahit yung small, yung mga exempted sa yung mga small, medium enterprises ay nag-uumpisa ng magsubok maglagay. Yung maliliit na stores ng coffee shops, nakita na namin na merong naglalagay na sila ng calorie labeling. Hindi sila yung una, hindi sila yung phase 1, pero trying na to at least have calories labels sa kanilang menu.
An official of the World Health Organization is optimistic about the programs of cities from Southeast Asia.
And we have a very strong collaboration both with Bangkok and Manila on all of these issues. Of course, they are mega cities, large populations, very diverse, big inequality. So it is not like you can change things overnight, but there are solid approaches taking place in both of these cities and in many other cities in the region.
This year, Cordoba, Argentina, Fortaleza, Brazil, and Greater Manchester, UK were recognized for policies that save many lives.
And I want to thank the teams from those cities and everyone here for the work you do every day. It really is helping to save and improve an awful lot of lives. And even with everything going on in the world, that should put a smile on your face.
Reporting from Paris, France, Jovi Francisco, we are One News.
Now we bring you the latest in sports. Game 4 of the PBA Commissioner's Cup Finals kicks off at the Inares Center tonight at 7:30 p.m. TNT Tropang Giga in Ginebra will battle it out with the Gin Kings expected to go all Filipino. That's as its star, Justin Brownlee, sits out the game after sustaining a thumb injury during Game 3. The series is currently at 2-1 in favor of TNT. 50 current and former Filipino World Boxing Champions were honored at the Pacquiao Elorde Awards night. These include icons Rolando Navarrete and Luisito Espinosa. Reigning IBF Mini Flyweight Champion Pedro Taduran and WBC Mini Flyweight Champion Melvin Jerusalem were also present to receive their Boxers of the Year awards. And Zimbabwe's Kirsty Coventry has been elected the 10th president of the International Olympic Committee. Coventry is a 41-year-old Olympic swimming legend, is the first woman and first African to lead the IOC. She succeeds outgoing President Thomas Bach. She described her election as a proud moment for Zimbabwe and Africa, declaring, quote, "This is our time."
This is our time pala. Eto na, the time has come. Aanhin mo ang mababang calorie count kung mababa rin ang IQ mo.
Nako.
Eto na po ang segment na talaga magpapataas ng inyong intellectual quotient, pati na rin ang blood pressure. Ito na rin po ang ISO.
Ayan, sakto.
Isaw, the science. Anong edition today, Tita D?
May nag-chat. Ako,
Aba.
basahin nga natin mga
Sige nga, sige nga. Okay,
conversations.
ako si BF, ha?
Ito daw is when you want to start a fight. Love, nag-chat sa akin ex ko.
O, ano naman?
Hindi ka ba nagsaselos?
Hindi naman.
Sabi na hindi mo ako mahal, may iba ka na siguro. Crying emoji.
Oo na, nagsiselos na ako.
Nag-chat lang naman, ang OA mo naman.
Dati ka bang baliw?
Bastos.
Hindi ko na-gets.
Ha?
Hindi ko na-gets.
Wala,
Chat
tinanong
lang
niya lang technically.
nag-chat lang naman. Okay, when you want to start a fight, part 2.
Babe, may tanong ako.
Ano yan, babe?
Sino kayang GF mo kung wala ako? Malamang di ako yun, ano? Hindi doon ka, magsama kayo, pakiko sa inyo, wag mo akong kausapin.
Yan ang baliw. Di ba? Okay, mula naman sa isang Shopee rider. Delivery rider po. Ma'am, pakibilisan po. Sobrang laki po ng aso nyo. Natahol sa akin. Tagal nyo po so much. What if umiyak na po ako?
Oo. Nakakatakot naman talaga kasi. Ito naman, chat ng tropa mo.
Tol, yung cellphone mo naiwan. Tol, ba't di ka nagchat-chat? Tol, nagre-ring phone mo, Tol. Sasagutin ko ba? Tol, chat naman oh. Nga naman.
Katol yan. Okay, usapang tol pa rin.
Tol number 1.
Tol, may huli ba sa rotonda?
Tumawag si Tol number 1. No answer from Tol number 2.
Okay. Tol! Tol! Yo, Tol!
Okay na, Tol. Nakakulong na kami.
Okay, one more chat. Hi, buntis ako. 4 months na. Ikaw ang tatay.
3 question mark. Di nga kita kilala eh.
Nakita ko sa post mo, di ba? Humihingi ka kay Lord ng blessing. Ito na yun.
Nye. Okay, lahat po yan ay galing sa ating viewer na si Milet Rosete. Ang
Thank you.
Keep on coming, Milet Rosete.
Ako, bawi tayo. Ay, Muggsy and Cesar din pala.
Muggsy and Cesar, sorry. Ang laki kasi ang laki, hindi, sobrang laki ng font na miss out ko eh.
Milet Rosete, ayan.
Milet
Thank you so much
Rosete.
for always sending those pictures or memes that you see. Okay.
Buti pa si Milet, nag-share, yung iba ayaw.
Mag-share po kayo. Next week, pwede nyong gawin lahat yan. Baka yan ang ipapakita naman natin. But for this week, that will have to do it for us. Thank you for watching Afternoon Delight. I'm Denise Tan.
Okay, sa Lunes ulit matinong usapan yan, 2:00 PM. Ang hindi manood, tataas ang calorie count. Ako po si Lord de Vera. Have a delightful weekend. Unity pa rin.